Disclaimer: all the statistics for the singles and albums came from Billboard.com. All the lyrics came from Genius Lyrics. The interesting and fun facts about the songs came from the About section on Genius Lyrics, and my knowledge of the songs. Some songs will describe the meaning based on an interview or Spotify storyline. Some songs will feature statements from X, formerly known as Twitter, and we also got Instagram and Facebook. Hey, welcome back everybody. Happy New Year, even though we're already 26 days into the new year, but Happy New Year. I'm your host, Michaela, of course, for Music with Michaela, and I am so excited to be back. I know it's been a month since I've released some new stuff, but it has been a hectic month. But we are finally back, and I am so excited for this next artist that we are going to be doing for the next couple of episodes. And don't worry, everyone, this next artist isn't from Canada. We are taking a break from artists up in Canada, our neighbors up to the north of us. We are sticking to an artist that is here in the US, and I am so excited for these ones so much. I had so much fun going over this artist's music again and making me realize how much I love this music. So, for the next 2 episodes, we are going to be going over Olivia Rodrigo. I hope you all know her music, especially with the one song that actually just turned 5 years old earlier this month, which is actually insane. I mean, holy shit, when I saw that, I was like, 5 years already? What the hell? What is going on? Like, what? But yes, we will be examining why she became so popular with her music and why people admire her sound. It all started with her musical talents on the Disney Plus original series, High School Musical, the series. I really noticed her range when she was doing quite a few of those songs on that show. The one that really stood out to me was Wondering from the first season of that show. You could really see her range in that song, which was beautifully done. I was like, holy shit, this girl's got talent. I mean, she was also on Disney Channel's series Bizarre before she was on the High School Musical, the series, but we really saw her shine in that show more than Bizarre. But you know, it was great. I really connected more with her music once Driver's License came out, which is the song that just turned 5 years old earlier this month. And you couldn't even escape that song even if you tried, because radio stations were playing it non-stop, and it was insane. And Olivia Rodrigo was inspired by artists such as Avril Lavigne, Billie Eilish, Alanis Morissette, and Taylor Swift, and there are many more artists as well, but those are the main ones that really stuck out to me. But without further ado, let's get right into Olivia's debut album. So we are going to be tackling her first album, Sour, today. I am so excited for this one. I just recently re-listened to this one again. It is so much fun, I'm not gonna lie. I really connected with this one a whole lot. So but you know, it is what it is. This one has like so much power to it. It's insane, to be honest. I couldn't even believe the vocal range on this one. Holy crap, it goes all over the place. But this one was mainly more like toned back. Not gonna lie, this one really just got everything going. The first song kicks off right off the bat, which is amazing to me. Now, this album really climbed the charts without a doubt, not gonna lie. And I hope she releases a third album this year, but we'll see. But the biggest hit off of this album, of course, is Driver's License. people that play that song on repeat, and I was one of them. Honestly, when it came out, I was like, I cannot stress this enough. This song is fucking fantastic. Like, holy shit, girl, you know how to write a song beautifully. Like, and I didn't even realize how many instruments she played until I saw her playing. Like, I knew for a fact that she did piano 100%. I didn't read, like, couple years after Sour came out, I realized that she also did like the mandolin, ukulele, guitar. I was like, damn, this girl's talented. But yeah, but you know, whatever. But Sour was the #1 album for 4 weeks and stayed on the charts for 168 weeks. So let's see if anyone feels sour after listening to this album. So without further ado, we'll jump right in. First track off of this album is titled Brutal, peaked at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one is so much fun. So it starts off like, you've got quite a few instruments in this one. We got guitar, bass, drums, strings. In the strings section, we have violin and a viola, and then we also have piano. But this one really gets, like, to me, this one is more like a pop punk. So definitely getting a little bit of Avril Lavigne vibes, not gonna lie. And it's just and other pop punk artists as well. It's like, damn, really diving deep into this one for this song is like, I know in the past I really loved this song, but listening to it more and more, I'm like, it's like dropped down quite a bit for me because I'm like, it's okay. No, but when this first came out, I was like, hell yeah, love this one. But back to the instruments, the guitar, bass, and drums all come in at 14 seconds. The string section starts right at the beginning and also ends the song. And piano is very hard to hear. I'm not gonna lie, it is very hard to hear in this. I like listened to it a few times, I'm like, I still can't really pick it out, so I'm like, whatever, we're just gonna let it be. But the lyrics that stand out to me are going to be from the beginning of the chorus, which is, all I did was try my best, this the kind of thanks I get. Definitely. Those ones just cut deep into my soul, because it's like, all of us try our best, and then for me, I'm like, I always do my best, and somehow I don't even get the thanks that I want to get, because I bust my ass off all the time, and when I do get a thanks, it's like, thanks for what you did. It's like, do you really mean it like that, or do you just want to say it like that because you don't like me? It's like one of those kind of things. It's like, come on, actually be true about what the hell is going on, because it's just one of those things, like, you want to be appreciated for who you are, what you did, what you've contributed to whatever you have done. So that's what I get from those. And then going back to the instruments, our instrumental breaks that we have in this song are from 0 seconds to 12 seconds, 14 seconds to 21 seconds, and then 1:09 to 1:15, and then our final one is at 1:48 to 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And the new part I've added on into these episodes now are going to be each section of the song. So we got our intro, which is from 13 seconds to 14 seconds. The first verse is 22 seconds to 52 seconds. Chorus is from 53 seconds to 1:08, and then we got our post-chorus, which is just 1:12. And then our second verse is from 1:16 to 1:30, and then chorus once again at 1:31 to 1:47, and then our post-chorus is at 1:50, and then our outro for the song is 2 minutes and 4 seconds to 2 minutes and 20 seconds, which I was like, I started to break down all of the verses, choruses, and everything in between, and from the beginning to the end, because I was like, it would be helpful for all of you to know, like, where I'm picking out the lyrics from and like what time marks you can see it at as well. So I was like, that was fun for me to do. It did take a little bit of time, but it was really fun, not gonna lie. And now we just hear an acoustic guitar from 22 seconds to 37 seconds, and then the verses, we get the bass and the snare of the drums come in at 37 seconds and overpower the acoustic guitar and end at 53 seconds, and then that happens again during the second verse, a minute 16 to a minute 30. And then all instruments get louder in the choruses of the song, which again, first chorus is 53 seconds to a minute 9, and then the second chorus is a minute 31 to a minute 47. Now, in an interview Olivia Rodrigo did, I told everyone that I wanted to make Brutal the first track on the record, and they were like, girl, are you sure? Just because it's kind of a little polarizing, I think, but I absolutely love it. It's a really angsty song, and I suppose I sort of talked about everything that I'm upset about in the song, to put it very plainly and broadly. I think it's funny we wrote the first track on the record kind of last minute, but it's one of my favorites. I wrote Brutal in most of my songs with my producer Dan Nigro. He's awesome. We were in the car listening to a bunch of old 90s songs and really liked that energy. Then we came up with this awesome riff. So that's how Brutal came to be. But for me, Brutal on this album is going to be 10 out of 11. Track number 2 is titled Traitor. Peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one, holy shit. The first time I heard this song, it gave me literal goosebumps and like chills going up and down my spine. I was like, damn, this girl's gone through some shit in her life. Like, who the hell would hurt her? I mean, honestly, when you really think about it, who would want to hurt anybody? But this one just, damn, her vocals are so crisp, so soft. It's amazing. 100% amazing. It just works with the emotions so much. It definitely works with the lyrics of the song, gives more of that storytelling when it's soft like this. I love it. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me came from the beginning of the chorus, which is, you betrayed me and I know that you'll never feel sorry. I've had so many people in my past who have definitely betrayed my trust and then just go over there and be like, yeah, no, you deserved it because you didn't do this for me, or you didn't do that, or you just completely did a 360 on me, and it's like, no, actually, you're the one that did that, but whatever. But, you know, what's done is done. You can't do anything about it in the past, but you can definitely tell that people don't feel sorry for what they've done because they're like, yeah, no, that's just who I am. You don't deserve anything because I'm superior and you're just gross. Get out of my face. You're not good enough for me. I like pick people who are, you know, worth my time and my energy because they actually know me. I'm like, okay. I was like, looking back at it now, it's like, really? Seriously? You're just using them for your own personal gain because, you know, that's who you are and you just don't see it. I mean, come on. But people will just be like that. They don't feel sorry for what they've done or who they've hurt, who they've been, like, practically betrayed, because that's who they are as a person. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now, the instruments that we have in this song are guitar, bass, drums, piano, and organ. The guitar comes in at a minute 27, the bass comes in at 2:39, drums start at 58 seconds, piano starts at 10 seconds and ends the song, and then the organ also comes in at 10 seconds. Our instrumental breaks are from a minute 26 to a minute 29, 2 minutes 39 to 2 minutes 42, and then 3 minutes 37 to 3 minutes and 40. Now we have our intro, which is from 0 seconds to 18 seconds, first verse at 19 seconds to 36 seconds, pre-chorus at 37 seconds to 56 seconds, first chorus at 57 seconds to a minute 25, and then we have our second verse at a minute 30 to a minute 48, pre-chorus at a minute 49 to 2 minutes and 8 seconds, second chorus at 2 minutes and 9 seconds to 2 minutes and 38 seconds, bridge at 2:43 to 2 minutes and 56 seconds, final chorus at 2:57 to 3:36, and then our outro at 3 minutes and 41 seconds to 3 minutes and 46 seconds. We mainly hear just the acoustic guitar played throughout the whole song, which I really like. It gives it more that acoustic feel, and I am a sucker for acoustic songs. I honestly feel like acoustic songs with just an acoustic guitar give more power and has more meaning behind the lyrics. That's how I feel about that. And then in an interview with Teen Vogue, Rodrigo stated, "I had the idea for the hook while hiking in Salt Lake City with my mom. I think maybe in hindsight that made me write a better song because I wasn't in my head thinking too much about it. This word is perfect. Perfect." And then also in a different thing that I found in her Sour Diary, she wrote, "I wrote the most of Traitor on my bedroom floor in Salt Lake City. I sort of forgot about it until I sent a bunch of voice memos to Dan, and he said he liked this. We finished it up together. I really liked the way it turned out. It feels like an old country song to me, which I'm obsessed with." I mean, I can see that just a little bit, how it has like a little bit of old country in there. Could definitely see that. So for me, Traitor is going to be ranked 2 out of 11. Okay, everyone. Now here's the infamous song that really kickstarted off Olivia's singing career. Track number 3, Driver's License, which peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This song, like I said, took the world by storm so much. It is so beautiful. It's the whole production, the instrumentation, the lyrics, like her vocals on this track. Holy shit. When I first saw this song live, I think the first one I saw was on The Late Show with Jimmy Fallon. Holy shit. Just sitting on the piano doing it, I was like, damn, you almost sound near, like, so close to the studio recording. I was like, holy shit, you know she really pours her energy and her soul into singing these songs, and it's just, like, no way. This is insane. Like, how? Like, her vocals definitely carry on this track. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me, once again, come from the chorus, which is, "And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. Oh, and I just can't imagine how you could be so okay that I'm gone." And this one actually came from the second chorus. But it's just like, wow. Like, I know when I first heard the song, I was like, I connect with it right away. But listening to it over and over again years later, and right now too, but it's like, holy crap. I was like, I've had feelings for people And it's just like, wow, because I couldn't be there for you. It's just like, come on. I have a busy schedule, and then there's other people. Like, I know last year for sure, I was like, I was getting a little bit of feelings for someone, but then it just got so out of control, and I'm trying to explain that I have a full-time job, I'm going to school full-time, and there's very little time for me outside of that, so it was hard to, kind of balance that. That was actually a couple years ago, not last year, a couple years ago, and I was like, I will find time, but right now, this needs to slow down a little bit, it needs just to be a friendship for the moment, because it was going too fast, and I was like, can we please slow it down? And then at one point I'm like, I can't. It's just way too much pressure. And then as like, even with friendships too, it's like, you gotta find that balance with everything going on. And there were times where I'm like, I know this wasn't perfect between us, but then also, really? Do you really feel guilty? Or like so happy that I'm no longer in your life? Because all of us could point fingers at each other, but in reality, everyone makes mistakes in no matter what kind of relationship. So don't put the blame on just solely on one person, because then that will take a toll on, that person. And, like me, I practically got all the blame and shit for everything. So it's like, okay, I see. Just like, honestly, makes you so, what's the word? Like, I don't know. It's just like one of those feelings where like, I can't really connect right now. It's emotionally draining. It's like, you can't even talk, you can't even put it into words, and then you just mope around all day because you're like, what the fuck did I do to cause the situation to go from this to this? So it's like one of those things. So that's how I feel about those lyrics and how they really connect with me. Now in this song we just have bass, drums, and piano. The bass comes in at 24 seconds, drums come in at a minute 51, and the piano starts at 7 seconds. And then we have our instrumental break from 0 to 7 seconds, and then 29 seconds to 30 seconds. Then we have the first verse at 8 seconds to 28 seconds, second verse from 31 seconds to 52 seconds, first chorus at 54 seconds to a minute 26, third verse at a minute 28 to a minute 48, second chorus at a minute 51 to 2 minutes 22 seconds, bridge at 2 minutes 24 seconds to 3 minutes and 16 seconds, final chorus at 3 minutes 17 seconds to 3 minutes and 49 seconds, and then our outro is from 3 minutes 50 to 3 minutes and 55. Whole bunch of times for all of you. And then we do have hand clapping starting at 31 seconds, which is the first verse, through a minute 20, which is the end of the first chorus, and then again at a minute 28, which is the start of the second verse, through a minute 28 from the third verse to through the second chorus. So timestamps are wrong there. I forgot to fix that. Whatever. But yeah, I know what I mean. And then we really hear the bass in the bridge of the song, and then the piano is the only instrument being played during the last chorus of the song. And I really love the sound of the car being turned on at the very beginning of this track. I also love Olivia's emotional vocals as well. It really shows what it can truly be like when someone goes through a horrible breakup, or like a breakup from a friend as well, no matter how you take it. And then with an interview with Apple Music, Rodrigo said, "To me, driver's license was never one of those songs that I would think it's a hit song. It's just a little slice of my heart. This really sad song. It was cool for me to see evidence of how authenticity and vulnerability really connect with people. And everyone always says that, but you really never know. So many grown men will come up to me and be like, yo, I'm happily married with 3 kids, but that song brought me back to my high school breakup. Which is so cool to be able to affect not only people who are going through the same thing as you, but bring them back to a time where they were going through that same thing as you are. That's just so real, a songwriter's dream. Yes, it's like it can definitely bring you back to the past. It can be like present. I mean, it's just, it connects with you no matter what. So for me, Driver's License is going to be ranked number 1 out of 11 for me. Now, track number 4 is One Step Forward and 3 Steps Back. Was peaked at number 19 on the Billboard charts. This one I still can't really get on board with, but it is a good song if you do listen to it. It's just one of those ones for me, I'm like, no, it's just not for me. But once again, the lyrics come from the chorus, which is, it's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back. Do you love me, want me, hate me? It's like one of those feelings like, yep, it's, you're always going forward or always going backwards in a relationship. Or like, come on. Let's pick a direction. Like, are we going there? Is this really what we're doing? Or are we just gonna keep going back and make everything worse, dread on the past, always bring up the past, so we just keep going backwards, we're not moving forwards as we should. And it's always like that love-hate relationship is like, do you really love me, or do you just hate me, or do you just want me to be part of this relationship so you can just spill everything about your life's past all over me and then use shit against me later on and then really tear me down into pieces so you make me like, so that you hate me, or that or vice versa. Like, come on, let's just move things forward and stop doing this bullshit all the time. So that's what I get from those lyrics. And then we just have bass, piano, and organ in this song. The bass and organ both start at 47 seconds and the piano comes in at 3 seconds. And then we only have 1 instrumental break in this one, which is from 0 seconds to 10 seconds. I guess mainly more like 3 seconds to 10 seconds in that perspective. And then we just have our first verse, which starts at 11 seconds and goes to 45 seconds. Chorus at 46 seconds to 1:12. Second verse from 1:14 to 1:28. Second chorus at 1:29 to 1:50. Then the bridge of the song, which is from 1:51 to 2 minutes and 13 seconds, and then the final chorus at 2 minutes 14 to 2 minutes 39. And then I do love hearing the birds chirping at the beginning of the song, and you can also hear them throughout the entire song as well. And some little interesting tidbits. Olivia drew inspiration for this song from Taylor Swift's Reputation album, the song New Year's Day, so you can definitely hear that in there especially. And Taylor Swift did receive writing credits a few months later after a whole debacle about too many similarities. So Olivia and her team decided to give credits instead of taking it all to court because that would have been messy. But yes, Taylor Swift has writing credits on this song along with the next song, which is Deja Vu. But for me, 1 step forward and 3 steps back is going to be ranked 11 out of 11. And as I already said, next track, which is track number 5, is titled Deja Vu. which peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And I mean, honestly, when I looked through the track, and after doing Avril, I know I've stated in the Avril video that when I saw Deja Vu on her track list for her last album, Love Sucks, I was like, Deja Vu, which one am I gonna like better between two artists that I really love? Olivia's or Avril's? And for me, it's still gonna be Avril's because it has more angst to it, but this one is really fun as well. But they're two completely different artists. They have their own like vocal range and everything. But this one, when I first heard Olivia's Deja Vu, I was like, damn, seriously, we're going off like this? No way. Like, awesome. So awesome. It is amazing. I really love this one. It is so much fun, I'm not gonna lie. The tone of it is great. Got great production on this one as well. And her vocals are super strong on this. The music video for this song is caught me off guard a little bit, but it is a great music video. The music video I like the best off of this album, honestly, is going to be Driver's License, because it has all the feels in that one, and just the setting of that one too. But honestly, this one is definitely up there. Out of 3 major singles that came off of this album. But yes, this one is so much fun. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the bridge. Holy shit, a different part of the song that I'm picking lyrics from. I know. So the lyrics that stand out to me come from the beginning of the bridge, which is strawberry ice cream in Malibu. Don't act like we didn't do that shit too. I mean, the way I just connect with those lyrics the most because of the way Olivia sings those ones right at the bridge. And then you also go back in time like doing other things with other friends, you know, and then you see them off because they've like ditched you, and you're like, oh, I see that you're doing the same shit we used to do. Because then you're like, I see how it is. You just wanted to gain some more perspective and insight on what to do with other people, because I'm no longer in your fucking life. But, you know, it's like one of those kind of feelings, you know? And it's like, got it. Sweet. And it's so much fun. And then in my head, I'm like, I wonder if you ever get deja vu, because, you know, we did that stuff together as friends, and then you completely ditch me. So it's like one of those things, like, yeah. Or just like random basic ass shit with like family or just by yourself. You're like, oh, totally that deja vu feeling driving on this road again for the 5th time today. Like those kind of moments. And it's really fun too, because I was like, just recently I was like, oh great, I'm back on this road. It's not like I'm driving on it every fucking day because I use it to go to work. It's like one of those things like, yay, definitely having my deja vu moment because this is what it is. But yeah, it is one of those things, and it's awesome. Like multiple different perspectives when it comes to this song. Now we have, for instrument wise, we have guitar, bass, drums, piano, organ, saxophone, and the flute in this one. The guitar starts at 1:25, bass comes in at 54 seconds. The drums also come in at 1:25 along with the organ. Piano starts off the song. Saxophone, you can't really hear it, but it is there. And then the flute comes in at 32 seconds. And then our instrumental breaks are from 0 seconds to 9 seconds, 1:25 to 1:34, 3 minutes 11 seconds to 3 minutes 18 seconds, and 3 minutes 22 seconds to 3 minutes and 28 seconds. And then we have verse 1, which starts at 10 seconds and goes to 49 seconds. Chorus, which starts at 51 seconds and goes to 1:24. Second verse at 1:35 to 2 minutes 15 seconds. Second chorus at 2 minutes and 16 seconds to 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And then we got the bridge at 2 minutes 49 to 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And then our outro of the song, which is at 3 minutes and 8 seconds and goes to 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, in an interview with New Music Daily with Zane Lowe, Olivia responded with, "I'm sort of obsessed with the concept of deja vu. Like, I really love that concept. I get deja vu all the time, so I thought it'd be cool to play on those words to kind of use deja vu as a metaphor for like how it's very a universal thing that happens. You break up with someone and they get with somebody else and you kind of see them living the life you lived with them. It's this super universal thing that happens to everyone that we just don't talk about a ton. I had this line in my phone written for a while. When she's with you, do you get deja vu? And I was in the studio with Dan and we were trying to write like a sad song, but it just wasn't coming. So he's like, what else do you have? And I was like, I have this like line written. He really liked it, so we kind of wrote it together and created a whole like world. I really love painting pictures with my songs, so we really tried to really vivid. So we tried to be really vivid with the lyrics. I honestly love that. Like, yes, deja vu is definitely a universal concept. Like, we go through deja vu all the time. Like I was just saying about the lyrics that resonated with me a lot. And it's just one of those things, like, yeah, I could kind of see how this didn't really turn out to be a sad song, so I'm glad it didn't go that direction. They went with a different direction for this song. Honestly, really amazing. Good for her. But the one thing I do want to point out too on this one is that she does mention Billy Joel and Uptown Girl in this song, and I really loved that. I was like, ooh. And then ironically, I think it was when she was on her Sour tour, she did sing Uptown Girl with Billy Joel, which I really loved. That was very fun to see too, and I really liked that. Like singing one of the great artists' songs with them on stage on a live performance, fantastic. Really love that. So for me, Deja Vu is going to be 7 out of 11. Now, track number 6 is Good For You, which peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This was another song that you could not escape at all. Like, I remember driving to a community college back now, well, it would be 5 to 6 years ago already, holy shit. And it was like every radio station I turned on, the car that I had at the time was like Good For You all across the board. I'm like, okay. I was like, I've heard this song so many times already today, but there's nothing else to listen to. And I was like, I really don't want to listen to any of the CDs. I know, that's how old this car was that I had, that there was a CD player in it. I was like, the CDs I have in my car, I don't really want to listen to right now anymore either, because I've listened to it on repeat for like a week and like, I need new music. But yeah, it was like, I couldn't even escape the song, but it is a fucking good damn song, I'm not gonna lie. But the lyrics that stand out to me come from the bridge of the song. Like, this one actually took me a hard time to pick out lyrics, because it's like there's too many lyrics in here that are so good that like definitely cut deep into my soul. But for this time being, it is going to come from the bridge, which is Maybe I'm Too Emotional, or Maybe You Never Cared At All. Like, yes, like, I know I can get very emotional no matter what. Like, even if it's like something really tiny and minuscule, or something really stupid, I will get emotional. I mean, I've been learning, like, as we all do, but then it's like, definitely, and then you could tell between people as well, like, yeah, you definitely didn't give a fuck about me at all. You just used me for personal gain so you can get closer to this person. It's like one of those things, like, yep, definitely tore me down, made me super emotional, super like, ooh, I don't know, how do I approach this situation kind of thing. And then you tell that they never really cared about you. You're just like, nope, bye. That's like definitely how I felt in like multiple like friendships that I had with people, because it's like, really? So that's how it's gonna end, is because of you doing this bullshit, because you just don't really care about anyone but yourself practically. You only care about yourself. You don't care about anybody else. You just hurt everybody else around you. And then it's like, made me super emotional so much that it got so fucking bad. And nothing. Like, asked me how I was doing once, and that was it. Didn't really give a fuck. So yeah, watch out for any of those people. It took me a bit to watch out for them myself, but yep. But yes, and also, I'm not going to say these lyrics, but the other lyrics that stand out to me come from the end of the choruses as well, because definitely felt that way a lot too in my past. But yes, pay attention to those lyrics too, and then see if it resonates with you as well. Who knows? Because I mean, this whole song definitely cuts to my to my core. Now the instruments we have in this are just guitar, bass, and drums. The guitar starts at 29 seconds and ends the song. Bass comes in right away. Drums come in at 7 seconds. And then we have our instrumental breaks from 53 seconds to 57 seconds, a minute 45 to 2 minutes, and then 2 minutes 49 to 2 minutes 52. And then our intro is from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. The first verse is from 7 seconds to 28 seconds. Chorus from 29 seconds to 52 seconds. Second verse, not chorus yet. Second verse from 58 seconds to a minute 20. Second chorus at a minute 21 to a minute 44. The bridge at 2 minutes and a second to 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Yes. Final chorus at 2 minutes 25 to 2 minutes and 48. And then our outro is at 2 minutes 53 to 2 minutes 56. And now I made a little side notes here. We just get the bass on the intro, bass and drums in the verses and the bridge, all instruments in the choruses, and then just the guitar for the first part of the last chorus, and then just the guitar in the outro. Really love how the instrumentation in the song, like, so different throughout the whole song, and how some instruments are just placed in certain parts as well. Really love that. Really puts the song together. Now with an interview with NME, Olivia Rodrigo responded saying, "We wanted to take an early 2000s pop punk song and sort of twist it and find a way to make it in it's 2021. I hope people are surprised. I love pop punk music, I love grunge music, I love country music and folk music. I think honestly you can see a little influence in all of those genres in my album, and I didn't want to make an entire record that sounded like Driver's License. There's no fun in that for me, and probably not for listeners either." Which I totally agree. And you can definitely feel that pop punk in this song the most, and in Brutal as well. I feel like a little bit of that in Brutal too. Not like just 90s, but you get the early 2000s pop punk in there too, and I really love that. And then another side tidbit for all of you as well, Olivia Rodrigo and her team also gave writing credit to Hayley Williams of Paramore on this song as well, because people kept finding similarities between this song and one of Paramore's songs. I can't remember off the top of my head at the current moment, but I was like, oh, yep, you can definitely hear those similarities. So another one that was settled out of court. So love that as well. So for me, Good For You is going to be ranked 3 out of 11. Now on to track number 7, which is Enough For You, which peaked at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. This one I started tearing up to just the other day, because it's like, oh my gosh, really? Seriously? It's like, her vocals on this track are so amazing. I'm not gonna lie, and I really love how it's just an acoustic guitar and bass, but mainly the acoustic guitar on this song. So great. I was like, I just closed my eyes and just swayed a little bit, and I was having so much fun, honestly, listening to this song, because it's like, definitely felt all of this so much in my past. It's like, how are you kidding me? Honestly. And the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, you found someone more exciting, the next second you were gone, and you left me crying, wondering what I did wrong. And you always say, I'm never satisfied, but I don't think that's true. Yes, I've felt this so many times, and it honestly hurts. If anyone has ever felt this way too, you're not alone. Because it really sucks. Definitely. You found a new friend, you gossip about me or other people, and then you just stare and laugh. What the fuck? People, seriously? Sorry, I wasn't, good enough for you, Come on. It's grow up. Or yep, we're gonna be friends, and then so I can get closer to this person, and then I'll just kick you to the curb because you're no good for me anymore. And you just pretend to like me from here on out. Wow. Okay. And then I was the one going home practically crying almost every night. There were times where I cried myself to sleep because of some people. I'm like, what the hell did I do? Why is it my fault for this happening? What the fuck seriously, can you take some of the blame too? And not make me wonder if it was my fault for doing this, or if it was really your fault but you're putting the blame on me? Come on. It's one of those things, I really felt that so much. It's come on. People, wake up. Live in the now. Live in the now and not the present. And actually take accountability for what the fuck you do, because it will hurt other people, and then you'll just drag other people along and do the same thing to them. That's how manipulation is. And for those people, really take a good look at people you are friends with or in a relationship with, and see if it is okay to be there, because this is what it hurts so much when people just think that they're the top tier, they're the best, no one can ever be like them. Yeah, no, bullshit. But yeah, that's what those lyrics mean to me. And then, like I said, we only have the acoustic guitar and bass. Acoustic guitar starts off the song, bass comes in at 36 seconds, and you can mainly hear it in the choruses of the song. We have 2 instrumental breaks, which is from 3 seconds to 13 seconds, and then a minute 23 to a minute 24. And then we have the first verse, which starts at 14 seconds and ends at 34 seconds. Verse at 35 seconds to 55 seconds. the first chorus at 56 seconds to a minute 22, and then our third verse at minute 25 to a minute 44, and then we get the second chorus at a minute 45 to 2 minutes and 6 seconds, the bridge at 2 minutes and 7 seconds to 2 minutes 29 seconds, and then the outro at 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes and 18 seconds. I really love the acoustic feel in this song. Her vocals really carry the song. You can hear the hurt and her emotions pouring into the song in her voice. Definitely love that, because then it builds more of a connection in the song, which fantastic. And then in an interview, Rodrigo said, "I wrote Enough for You entirely by myself," which I'm very proud of. I wrote it literally on my bedroom floor. I was actually on a breakup from TikTok for a while, which is really funny. I was literally scrolling through TikTok and I found this really hopeful breakup video. It's so embarrassing that I was inspired this by an emotional song, but I really was inspired by this TikTok. I mean, hey, inspiration comes from every different direction, no matter what. And you know, you can pick up inspiration anywhere. Who cares? But when I read that, I was like, interesting. But I could definitely see it. But for me, Enough for You is going to be ranked number 6 out of 11. Now, song number 8 is Happier, which peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. This is another one that I will tear up to, because this one is also a very emotional song. So definitely hitting the more emotional tracks at this point, but honestly, come on. Back-to-back emotional songs. But you know, this one is more piano driven than acoustic guitar driven, which I do love. But come on, this one is so good. It's another one that I will close my eyes to and just picture like a movie in my head. You know, it's one of those things where like, yep, could definitely see a movie built around this song in my head. But hey, I love it. Come on. And so the lyrics that stand out to me come from the beginning of the second verse, which is, "And do you tell her she's the most beautiful girl you've ever seen? In an eternal love bullshit you'll never mean." Yep. I wonder about that with a few people that I have met. I'm like, are you sure? Come on. There's times where I'm like, like people I met in my past, I was like, do you really mean that? Like, this person is definitely the love of your life, or are you just using them to gain more information and then use that information back at them? But because you're like, I don't really think this is love. This is like the most bullshit like heavy bullshit relationship. Come on. Honestly, come on. And I also wonder too, like, are you really gonna be super happy? Like, come on. I'm like, I'm happy, but I'm probably happier than you will ever be because you're no longer in my life. But yeah, because I've grown as a person, I've realized all my mistakes, and I'm definitely happier, but also at the same time, you also wonder if you could go back and change a few things to make it better for yourself in the future. But honestly, come on. But those two lines of the verse, second verse, it's like, yeah, no. Nope. You know you're kidding yourself. Honestly, 100% kidding yourself. So that's what I get from those lyrics. The instruments we have in this song are guitar, bass, piano, and strings. And then the string section we have the violin and viola once again. The guitar starts at a minute, bass comes in at 39 seconds, piano starts at 5 seconds, the strings come in at 22 seconds, but you hear them clearly in the second chorus and in the instrumental break later on after that second chorus. So our instrumental breaks we have are from 0 seconds to 3 seconds, and then 2 minutes 15 to 2 minutes 30. Our first verse is at 4 seconds to 36 seconds. First chorus at 37 seconds to a minute. Second verse at a minute and a second to a minute 34. Second chorus at a minute 35 to 2:14. And then the bridge at 2 minutes 15 to 2 minutes 30, and the final chorus at 2 minutes 31 to 2 minutes 53. This is also just another song written solely by Olivia Rodrigo herself, which I really love, along with, I believe the last song too, yeah, Enough For You is also solely written by her. But for me, Happier is going to be ranked 5 out of 11. Now track number 9 is Jealousy, Jealousy, which peaked at number 24 on the charts. This is another one I didn't get on board with right away, but it's still a good song too. I love the instrumentation in this one. I believe the bass, in my opinion, carries the song the most, honestly. But yes, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, and I'm so sick of myself, rather be, oh. And it's like, there are definitely times where I think everybody gets so sick of themselves. They're like, come on, can I just be somebody else for a day to see how it feels? And then be like, oh yeah, no, I'm okay being who I am. Because, honestly, I feel that way. I'm like, oh, can I please just be someone else for a day? It'd be nice. Nice change of pace. See how it is in someone else's shoes, because it just gets so repetitive, doing the same shit all the time. But, I mean, honestly, I think everyone gets bored out of their minds doing the same crap every day. But, yeah. Yep. The instruments we have are guitar, bass, and drums. The guitar, drums, and piano, there's also piano in this song too, all start at 30 seconds. The bass starts right away at 0 seconds, and then we have our instrumental break at 0 seconds to 5 seconds. The first verse comes in and starts at 6 seconds to 16 seconds. Pre-chorus at 17 seconds to 28 seconds. Verse at 29 seconds to a minute and 3 seconds. Second verse at a minute and 4 seconds to a minute 15. Pre-chorus at a minute 16 to a minute 26. Chorus at a minute 27 to a minute 49. And then bridge at a minute 50 to 2 minutes 13 seconds. And then final chorus at 2 minutes and 14 seconds to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. The piano is heavy, has a heavy tone and vibe at the beginning of the song, and gets lighter from the second chorus and on. And then in an interview with BBC, Rodrigo said, I wrote that song at a time when I was borderline addicted to social media, and I just felt crippled by comparisons. I am someone who has somewhat of a large following, so I think it is cool that I can be like, yo, I still hate myself. I still compare myself to other girls. Relatable for anybody. Like, you're comparing yourself to somebody else. You're like, oh, I'm not them. I want to be like them. And like, it's hard, honestly. But for me, Jealousy is going to be ranked 8 out of 11. Track number 10 is Favorite Crime, which peaked at number 16 on the charts. Now this is another one where it's like, has more of that acoustic feel and is acoustic guitar driven, and I love that. we tone it back a little bit from Jealousy to this one, which I love. This is another one I was like, love it. I love it so much. Now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the end of the bridge, which is, "But I say that I hate you with a smile on my face. Oh, look what we have become." Yes. Like, definitely. It is one of those things where it's like, yep, nope. I say this because I really do feel this way, because you're putting me through emotional turmoil all the time, constantly, and it's hard to speak about it because I can't find the perfect time to talk to you about anything, because you're always so focused on yourself and then someone else all the time, following each other around all the time. Like, come on, let's be grown-ups here, talk about our issues. But then I always say this in my head all the time because it's like, you're driving me crazy, and this is how I feel about you, because you're driving me insane. So yeah, all the time, it is one of those things. So that's what I feel about those lyrics. Now we just have the acoustic guitar and bass in this song. The acoustic guitar starts at a second into the song, and then it ends the song. The bass comes in at 57 seconds. Hear it the most in the last chorus, which is minute 55 to 2 minutes and 60 seconds is when you hear it the most. And then the only instrumental break we have is from right at the beginning to 5 seconds, and then the first verse at 6 seconds to 26 seconds, verse at 27 seconds to 49, second verse at 50 seconds to a minute 10, second chorus at a minute 11 to a minute 33, bridge at a minute 34 to a minute 54, final chorus at a minute 55 to 2:16, and then the outro at 2 minutes and 17 seconds to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then in Olivia's film on Disney Plus, Olivia Rodrigo, Driving Home to You, a sour film, she said in there, "I was thinking a lot about this idea of, in order to get over a heartbreak, I think you have to forgive that person who caused you pain, but I also think that a big part of forgiving is forgiving yourself." I found this little poem that I wrote in my notes app on my phone. "I know that I loved you so bad. I let you treat me like that. And I thought I really liked that. I thought it would grab you. So I made it in the first line of the song." And I really liked the lyric, "Oh, you broke my heart, 4 hands bloody. Having the blame be on 2 people. Heartbreak is a two-way street. You couldn't have gotten your heart broken if you didn't put yourself in that position to be hurt." And I think writing this song sort of helped me forgive myself. Facts. In like any kind of relationship, it is a two-way street, and there will be blood on everyone's hands, no matter what. And it is true, you gotta forgive yourself too, not just the other person. You really gotta forgive yourself the most, honestly. So for me, favorite crime is gonna be ranked 9 out of 11. Now lastly, final track number 11 is Hope You're Okay, which peaked at number 29 on the charts. This one, so beautiful. I love this one so much. I was like, just hearing it the other day too, I'm like, oh my gosh. Has so much emotion built into it. It's insane. So much to go off onto, because so many lyrics stand out to me a whole lot on this one as well. But yeah, it's one of those things too. It's like, yep, we really gotta go through this a whole lot. And it's just like the part of the song that really makes me go like, holy shit, is the bridge of the song. All the time. Because it has the most emotion and most, like, more powerful vocals in the song. It's in the bridge. But the lyrics that stand out to me come from the outro of the song, which is "'Cause I love you and I hope you're okay." I picked these ones the most because looking back at everything that has gone out and happened through the past couple of years, I'm like, yep, it's okay. I forgive myself. I have finally now forgiven you for what you have done and put me through. And I really do hope that you are okay. Honestly. Because we have become better people, and there is parts where I'm like, yes, I miss you, and I also love you for other reasons. And even with my closest friends too, it's like, I hope you're all doing okay too. You know how much love I have for you, all of you, and we'll all be okay. And I hope you're okay when you go through terrible shit in your life. Always think of the good things in your life. Always have that smile and that proud all the time. But yes, I really love this song, but that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now the instruments we have are guitar, bass, organ, piano. The guitar comes in at 1:03, the bass comes in at 7 seconds, organ comes in at 0 seconds, and the piano comes in at 3 minutes and 6 seconds, and then closes out the song. And then we have our instrumental breaks from 0 seconds to 13 seconds, 1:03 to 1:14, and then 2 minutes 54 to 3 minutes and 27 seconds. And then the song only has 2 verses, a bridge, and an outro. So verse 1 starts at 14 seconds and goes to 1 minute and 2 seconds. Second verse at 1:15 to 2 minutes and 3 seconds. The bridge at 2 minutes and 4 seconds to 2 minutes and 26 seconds. And then the outro to 2 minutes and 27 to 2 minutes 53. And then in an interview with Met 107, Rodrigo said, "I think all of my songs are just my personal life, but with a little bit of imagination, because I wrote my personal life verbatim. People would like, that's boring. One of the songs on the record, it's called Hope You're Okay. It was written from the perspective of my friends. I don't actually know some of the people that I talk about in the song, but there are stories in it, and I had accumulated it from different friends, so stuff like that I do all the time." And then another part from the Sour Diary is, "Hope It Is Okay is a super special song to me, and I love the stories it tells. I wrote most of it in my living room in early 2020, drawing inspiration from some of my favorite country and folk artists. I had my favorite lines I've ever written are, hope he took his bad deal and made it into a royal flush, and hope you know I'm proud of you. How proud I am of you. You were created with the courage of unlearned all their hatred. I had so much fun making it, and I hope it gives some optimism to someone out there, just like it did for me." Definitely. It definitely has, to be honest. So for me, Hope You're Okay is going to be ranked 4 out of 11. So there you have it. That was my takes on each 11 songs on the Sour album. So for me, this one is going to be ranked 2 out of 2, and then 4 out of 5 for my album review. 5 stars. It just, a lot of emotional pain in this one I do love, but when it's like pretty much close together in the album, it makes it a little bit hard to differentiate between all the other songs on here. And then it was a killer debut album, not gonna lie. But yes, that was my take on Olivia Rodrigo's debut album, Sour. We will be back with her next album, Guts, next. So stay tuned to see what I have to say about that album. Until then, I am Michaela. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Music with Michaela, and we will be back. Have a great day. Bye.